Valby is going to be our next reader. Karen is a journalist whose writing has appeared in places like the New York Times, Entertainment Weekly, Time, and Fast Company. She is the author of the nonfiction book, Welcome to Utopia, Notes from a Small Town, which Augustine Burroughs called a masterpiece of narrative nonfiction. She's at work on her first novel. Please help me welcome Karen.
Hi, everybody. Yes, so I don't really know what the title of this novel is, but I do know it's about an 11-year-old girl. And I just love that age because I think you're still trying to hold on to this idea that maybe your parents will be who you deserve them to be, but it's kind of fading. I also really love stories in which the character sort of finds a new family, or like finds a surrogate family to call her own. And in this book that I'm writing, the girl, Lexi, her mother has sort of dumped her with her grandparents in Texas while she waits for her father to get out of prison. And the section I'm going to read, she's made her first friend. She just met him at the snack bar at the neighborhood pool. Joaquin, yells a voice from the picnic area. There's a fat white woman balancing an ugly baby in a Minnie Mouse bikini on her hip. I need that ice for kindling. I gotta go, my sister's fussy, he says. I look again at the chubby octopus in the woman's arms. That's your sister? I'm adopted, says the boy. I see you doing flips, I gotta go. My name's Lexi, I call after him. He stops and turns around. See you tomorrow, Lexi. The next day, Joaquin splashes over to me in the deep end, wearing SpongeBob floaties on both arms. Lexi, Lexi, he calls in between gulps of water. At the wall, he leans his right cheek on the gutter and launches into a coughing fit. Are you okay? Great, he burps. I thought we could practice our flips today. Joaquin has 2 scars on his right cheek, half moons of dull green. I've never had a black friend before, only Mexicans. Clint calls Mexicans wetbacks, and my mom snickers in this fake, shocked way when he does that. Like she can't believe he would say such a thing, even though he did it every time there was a Mexican on TV. Joaquin has the longest eyelashes I've ever seen, drops of water holding onto the tips like the world's heaviest tears. How old are you, I ask. 7, how old are you? 11, and you're not going to be able to flip with those floaties on. But I'll drown without them, he says. Well, why don't we just practice floating on our backs then? In the shallow end, I try to get Joaquin to shine his belly up to the sun. Okay, now try to keep your feet from drooping so much. Should I make my arms like Jesus, he asks. I guess, yeah, but really puff your stomach up. I brace my forearms under his back and I walk in super slow circles around the shallow end, his legs trailing underwater like oars. Oopsies. When I was little, my belly stuck out big because I had Giardia, he says. What's that? Diarrhea is so bad, my mom needed to take a baggie of it to a lab in Houston. Oh, I don't want to think about that now. No, it wasn't my fault. My mom says I just needed to get the Africa out of me. You know, I've seen commercials about that. So you're really an orphan? Well, kind of. My birth mom died because there weren't any doctors, and my birth dad still lives in Ethiopia, but he couldn't take care of me. Mom says Jesus wanted the best for me, so that's why he sent them to come get me. My dad barfed the whole trip home, which really ticked him off because all he ate in Ethiopia was the beef jerky he brought with him. Jesus is rough. Joaquin's legs falter and he tries to roll to one side to look at me. What do you mean? Hey, puff your belly up. Well, it's none of my business, but doesn't it seem unfair of Jesus not to just send some doctors to Africa? I mean, why couldn't Jesus have made your dad a doctor? Joaquin doesn't say anything for a minute, so I worry I stepped in it. But it's cool that you get to go swimming and have a new family. Yeah, it's okay. I don't really like swimming, actually. I never met anyone adopted before, I say, holding my hand up high over his eyes to block the sun. Last month was my gotcha day, when my mom makes us celebrate the Lord bringing us together and invites our church family over for barbecue. If we were friends, then you could have come over. We had a piñata in the shape of a basketball. Chase hogged his torn, of course, and smashed it open. Who's Chase? My big brother. I've got 2 big brothers and my baby sister. She's colicky, which really puts my mom in a bad mood. And then I have a sister and a brother in Ethiopia. They're 15 and 12, I think. What do you mean you think, I say with a laugh. Well, I don't remember them. My parents adopted me when I was 4. They changed my name because it was Muslim and we're Christian. What's your real name? Joaquin. No, I mean, what your African parents named you? Barrack. When I'm in trouble, Chase makes fun of me and says I'm a bad, bad Barrack. He winces at a bee that seems like it wants to land on his forehead until I shoo it away. Is Lexi your real name? Alexis. Hey, there's an Alexis on my mom's favorite show. It's about housewives. Chase called one of them the N-word. We drift a little in the sun. My arms are tired, but I can tell Joaquin needs me to stay afloat, and it's nice to talk to someone with a weirder family than mine. My dad's in jail, I say. Whoa, whispers Joaquin, sliding out from my palms and standing up in the water. For murder? Of course not for murder, I say, splashing his face. Just some businessman stuff that got out of hand, like money stuff. Whoa, he says again, as a plastic orange torpedo clocks off his head. Yo, walk and roll, tell your girlfriend goodbye, says a tall, sunburned teenager wearing a baseball cap with a flat rim. It's Chase, Joaquin mouths with a wince, noodling around underwater with his toes for the torpedo. Hey, you want to practice swimming tomorrow? Sure. I watch as Joaquin joins his family around the rock ledge. There's Chase and a slightly smaller Chase and their big mama with her fried blonde hair scraped into a ponytail. The baby must be asleep in the stroller with the Elsa towel hanging over the front. As they leave, Joaquin trails a little bit behind his family, sucking on a flattened juice box. I can't help but wonder if Jesus wanted that boy to show up in Texas to live with those people, what must he want from me? Dear Dad, it's so hot here. Like I have to tell you that, right? Haha. Grandpa says he is scared of another potato famine, so that's why he doesn't like to use the air conditioner at night. But they never even eat potatoes. Do they have air conditioning in prison? Lucky. Well, not lucky, but you know what I mean. You probably heard that Mom got a great job back in New Mexico. We decided it was best for her to save some money and me to stay here and help Grandma and Grandpa until you get out. What's the first thing you want to do? Go swimming? Speaking of, I made a friend at the pool. He's adopted from Africa. His name is Joaquin, but Grandpa keeps calling him Jamal. Anyway, he's from Africa, and it took 22 hours to get here on 3 planes, and his mom died. Grandma says it's a miracle he's here. It kind of is, because I haven't made any other friends yet. It turns out the girl next door that I told you about in my last letter is not good friend material at all. Do you get to watch TV there? Grandma's letting me stay up late to watch Grey's Anatomy with her. Love, Lexi. P.S. Do you think it's weird that I'm writing this letter on a thank you card? Well, don't. I'm thankful that you're my dad.